Welcome YouTube, Bolts on Rob here. So today I was actually kind of going through some actual websites, and I found like for excuse me, I was looking through like exterior mods and even interior mods that we could do. And one of the things that I found was a radiator cover, like a colored radiator cover. You know, that big long piece of plastic that goes over the front of where the radiator is, and they were asking $200 for these radiator colors colored. Like, basically all you're doing is you're paying for someone to paint it. And I was like, what the heck? I mean, yeah, you're getting a new piece, but $200? Like, I was blown away. That's a lot of money. Like, I could not believe what I had saw. So what I came up with was, well, why don't I just take mine off, clean it up, and see if I can possibly paint this. So that's where we're at today. Is I've got mine removed, and it's not hard at all. It's really, it's maybe 6 or 7 bolts, and it's just those little plastic ones that you need a special tool. It's actually I'm going to show you the tool and the bolts that they are. They're really easy. But I couldn't suggest using a regular screwdriver because sometimes you tear up these little bolts, but this is it. I mean, this is exactly what it looks like. It's just a normal looking screwdriver, but it has this tip in it. And it makes pulling these guys up really easy. So, and like I said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's exactly 7. And then basically this is what the engine bay right here is where it covers. And as you can tell, mine's dirty. So before I put everything back on, I'm going to give that a little quick clean and then make sure that I get that cleaned up so that I just don't like having anything dirty. Of course, when you pull those off, you're going to see that there's like one thing, there's a radiator sticker on there. It's usually like an AC refrigerant type thing. So you just pull that off. You're going to hit that with some Goo Gone. We're going to wipe that off. Then we're going to kind of spray the whole thing down with some soapy water and see how it goes. There we go. Alright, so I've already sprayed the Goo Gone, of course, so and let it set for a second, and of course everything just came right up, so now we'll just hit it with soapy water all over the place, and then we just wipe it down basically. Again, with like a lot of my videos, I usually try to state that 90% of any project that you're going to do is preparation. You can't just take something off and then expect to be able to spray paint it or fix it right away. Sometimes you're going to have to do some kind of prep. That's usually cleaning if it's painting, sanding. Like this thing could probably use an actual sanding. I could probably sand this thing down a little bit just to get like a 200 grit sandpaper and just kind of wash it off. And wash all of the grit and grime and everything away. But since this is kind of just a project, and again, like something that's really cheap and easy to do yourself, instead of paying $200, like, I mean, you could get a mod, you could buy a cold air intake or, something that adds horsepower instead of spending $200 on, something like this. Like that blew me away, seeing that at $200. Like, you want to do both sides because you don't want to have just a coating on the top side, and then if someone happens to have to pull it off, or if you have to pull it off, or if someone starts to dig or try to look into it or something, you don't want them to be able to look underneath and it look like, oh well, he just did the top half, so it's not a legitimate job or whatever. So make sure you do both top and bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean that up, spray it off, and I'll be back. Alright, so basically this is our first coat. As you can see, it's not 100% coverage, but pretty close. again, you want to make sure you're taking it light on these, especially with all these corners and turns and holes and everything else. If you go too heavy on that first and second coat, you're gonna end up messing up, making runs and everything else, and then you basically, your project is scrapped, so you're gonna have to wipe it all off and do it all over again. So make sure to go lightly on those coats, and then we're gonna come back in just a minute. Alright, so basically what we've done is we have taken the radiator cover and painted it. Now, instead of buying the, like I said, the $200 one that I saw online, I just simply removed mine, and we basically just spray painted it with a normal spray paint. And this way you can see, let's see if we can get a good up close view of everything here, just how good that looks without having to spend $200 on it's ridiculous, the pricing on that. Now again, the cover itself, I think if you buy like the radiator cover itself is only like 70 or 80 bucks. So I mean, they're literally charging like $100+ just to paint it, just to have a coat, you know. So super easy, super quick. And now since I used regular spray paint just to make sure that it stays, I'm going to use the clear gloss, and this is the one that, you know, will hold up to 500 degrees temperature. So I mean, just in case the engine bay, you know, it's going to get hot in there, so I mean, that way this will hold up against that. And basically with this, you just put on 2 coats to get a full coverage on that. All I did was basically, I think it's about 2 coats, about 2 full good coats. In certain areas you'll have to put a little bit more, and you'll, like with the regular spray paint, you might get a little bit of bubble because of all the corners and you know, and divots and potholes basically in it. So no big deal, it's not going to be super visible or anything like that. And then so basically now what I'm doing is just waiting for it to dry, and then I have to put the 2 coats of the clear on. Once those go on, I wait for that to dry, and I'm going to put it in, and of course I'll put you know, at the end of the video you'll see just what it looks like with just inside the car with the coats on. Alright, so we are back, and this is what it looks like inside the car with the rest. If I don't say so, that doesn't look that bad. I like that. Matches the rest of the car pretty well. A little back view there. And again, I mean, it's pretty clean. Still a couple of wet spots, but for the most part, looks pretty decent. So, sorry for the lighting, but it's dark. Took a while to get it all done. But I mean, again, like this was just a very small project. I mean, in total time, maybe an hour and a half. You know, if you have to sand the piece down or fix any of the plastic pieces if they break or whatever. So I mean, really not all that bad. You know, easy stuff. But this is Bolt-On Rob. Again, if you found this information, you know, useful, if you like the idea and you want to do it yourself, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, you know, use the bell notification so you can see what else I post. This is Bolt-On Rob, and we're out.